Calling to order the Cuyahoga County Council regular meeting for Tuesday, September the 13th, 2016. Clerk, please call the roll.
Calling the roll, Mr. Schron.
Here.
Ms. Conwell.
Here.
Mr. Jones.
Here.
Ms. Brown.
Here.
Mr. Hairston.
Here.
Ms. Simon is absent this evening. Mr. Greenspan.
Here.
Mr. Miller.
Here.
Mr. Germana.
Here.
Mr. Gallagher.
Here.
And Council President Brady.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. And could I have a motion to excuse Councilwoman Simon's absence?
Second.
And seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. The Councilwoman's absence is, she has been excused. I believe she's out of the country. Sounds interesting. Pledge of Allegiance. My goodness.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have nothing for item 4, unless another member does. Is there any public comment related to the agenda under item 5?
Yes, Mr. President, Reverend Pinckney Butts.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right. There's a little life left in this building here, huh? For Resolution 2016-11, I'd like to be more enlightened, not only because I haven't had a chance to totally review all of your paperwork that you do for this reformation plan for Health and Human Services. And one of the reasons, if I may say so, I've been waiting to hear back from you too, from Council President Brady. I have not received a phone call back from you yet. Please put me on your things to do this week. One of the reasons is I really feel that in Health and Human Services, women are still slighted, especially moms. And one of my reasons for saying that is because I've been one who has been. And then as I advocate and fight for the rights and the concerns of other females, I'm ignored. We have men this, we have man that, we have this, we have kids first, child first, we have children and so-called family services, which never addresses the needs or the concerns of a mom. And I want you in your reformation and in your planning of this process to look at the mom. All moms are not wrong, and all moms are not responsible for tragedy and then exploited for triumph. Moms matter, and houses don't run in a marriage without a mom. I'm asking you to look at that. And just because a woman is outspoken doesn't make her mentally ill. I know. I'm very outspoken and I'm not mentally ill. I want you to look at that. And I want you to review that carefully. And I'm still disappointed that you put Mr. Bristow over any of these concerns, because not one director of the Department of Children and Family Services has decided to sit down and talk to me, meet with me. And I still am faced with the situations that I've been talking to you about for the time that I've known you. And now I'm faced with even a greater one now as a result of them refusing to do so. And although I'm a preacher, although I'm doing what I do politically, although I stand in a position of leadership, I don't have to be a leader for them to meet with me. I don't have to wear badges and have to have titles behind my name. I don't have to be somebody who they feel like is quote unquote important because of a title. I still matter. For Resolution 2015-0017, I still see the Casino Revenue Fund, and I'm going to challenge that every time I see it. And right now I'm reserving my right as a preacher, standing in the gap for the church. Our monies have been displaced, and gambling is not an option or an alternative. And I do plan to come back for non-agenda items. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
That's it for now.
All righty. I'd like to have a motion to approve the minutes for August the 9th, 2016 Committee of the Whole and August the 9th, 2016 regular meeting. Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The minutes have been approved. There's no announcement today from the council president. Any messages from the county executive?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. The county, as you all know, is focused on jobs and job training. The key to job training is education and literacy. Good job training programs typically require a minimum 8th grade reading and math level. I was surprised to learn that we have 435,000 adults in Cuyahoga County who don't meet those basic standards. That's nearly 1 in 2 adults who are not able to enroll in the very programs that could provide them with the training to qualify for the jobs that are available. Last week, we observed International Literacy Day. I had the pleasure of speaking at the Literacy Cooperative's CLEBE event. The Literacy Cooperative is working to address the problems of illiteracy. They're a coalition of the Cleveland, Gund, and Jennings Foundations working together to advance literacy through a variety of programs. We in the county are proud to support their efforts to ensure that everyone will reach their highest literacy potential. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Legislation introduced by council, consideration of a resolution of council for first reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. Clerk, would you read the resolution?
Resolution number 2016-0145, amending the 2016 schedule of county council meetings by changing, canceling, rescheduling, and adding various meetings.
Can I have a motion to adopt? Been moved and seconded. This is a relatively minor matter, but we had to do it we need to do it this evening by a substitute resolution. We're looking to move, and I know most of you, hopefully all of you, got some of this information in advance. Our regular meeting that is scheduled for August the 11th. We're moving it up to 3 p.m. By request because of the Yom Kippur holiday. We are also canceling the regular meeting scheduled for November the 10th, which is a Thursday, 2 days after the election, and rescheduling it for the following Tuesday, November the 15th. We are also canceling the regular meeting scheduled for November the 22nd, 2016, and rescheduling it for November the 29th. This allows for both of those meetings to be not back-to-back, but 2 weeks apart. And finally, we have to add our special meeting we always enjoy so much on Thursday, December the 28th at 10:30 a.m. for consideration of year-end fiscal items. I've been asking, as others have for quite a while, is there any way we can avoid this meeting in the last week of December? But so far, we have not been able to figure out how to do that. I will continue on my quest. Is there a motion to accept the proposed substitute?
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on the proposed substitute? All those in favor of accepting the proposed substitute, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any further discussion? All those in favor of adopting the resolution on its merits as substituted, say aye. 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 Any opposed? The resolution is adopted on its merits as substituted. Thank you. That cleans up our calendar for the balance of the year. Consideration of an ordinance of council for third reading adoption.
Ordinance number 2016-0011, amending section 202.10 of the Cuyahoga County Code to provide for the creation and adoption of a county health and human services plan.
Adopt.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion.
Mr. President and my colleagues, this ordinance will create a comprehensive and continuous health and human services planning process for Cuyahoga County. Our Health and Human Services operations are so large that even modest improvements gained through effective planning will save lives, improve lives, and save money. Any planning process is only as good as what you put into it. If fully embraced, this process will enable Cuyahoga County to be more strategic at the front end, reducing the need for services at the back end. We will identify gaps, reduce overlaps, use business improvement methods to enhance efficiency, simplify intake processes, and find the right balance between efficient use of facilities and neighborhood accessibility. We will collaborate better with education, economic development, workforce development, criminal justice, and other large systems to create a whole-person approach to community improvement. We will more effectively use data to measure progress and improve services. This legislation requires the administration to present an initial 5-year Health and Human Services plan to Council by July 1st, 2017, and then update it at least once every 4 years. As requested by the administration and embraced by us, this process will be front-loaded so that the county council and the broader community will be actively working with the administration to develop the plan prior to its submission to council, after which only changes supported by both the administration and council will be made. The genesis of this legislation goes back to the transition process for our new government, and the current form is the product of extended discussion among many people. I specifically want to thank Executive Armin Budish, Chief Sharon Sobel-Jordan, Director Thomas Pristow, Council Leaders Dan Brady and Prunell Jones, and Staff Attorney Mike King for their thoughtful advice and guidance, and I also thank my colleagues for their support and sponsorship. I recommend passage and look forward to improving the health and quality of life in our community through this process.
Any further discussion?
Mr. President, I'd like to be added as a sponsor.
Councilman Greenspan would like to add his name. All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Congratulations, Councilman Miller, for all your hard work over a long period of time. Consideration of an ordinance of council for third reading and referral to committee.
Ordinance number 2015-0017, amending Chapter 709 of the Cuyahoga County Code to establish a competitive review process for the award of Casino Revenue Fund loans, enacting Section 207.05, creating the Casino Revenue Development Committee.
We're going to refer this legislation back to the Economic Development and Planning Committee. Legislation introduced by the executive. Consideration of resolutions for first reading adoption and suspension of rules. Could we have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2016-0146, amending the 2016-2017 biennial operating budget for 2016 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations, for appropriation transfers, and for cash transfers.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Discussion?
Yep, Mr. President, this is our biweekly fiscal agenda items. Council submitted questions to the administration. Those questions have been answered on the documentation provided to council and available to the public, and I urge my colleagues' support.
Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0147, approving an amendment to a collective bargaining agreement between Cuyahoga County and Communications Workers of America, Local 4340, representing approximately 61 employees in various classifications and clerical services at the Sheriff's Department for the period January 1, 2015 through December 31, 2017, to establish terms of the wage reopener for the period January 1, 2017 through December 31, 2017, and to modify Article 12.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. This was discussed previously in executive session. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0148, approving a collective bargaining agreement between Cuyahoga County and International Union, United Automobile, Aerospace, and Agricultural Implement Workers of America, UAW Region 2B, covering approximately 24 employees in the classification of registered nurse at the Sheriff's Department for the period May 1, 2016 through April 30, 2019.
Second. This was also discussed in the executive session previous to this meeting. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0149, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 0500-565 with Southgate Center Associates for lease of space located at 5398.5 Northfield Road, Maple Heights, for the Southeast Neighborhood Family Service Center and Cuyahoga County Microfilming Center for the period June 1, 2005 through May 31, 2016, to extend the time period to December 31, 2016, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $285,663, confirming and authorizing the payment made to said provider on August 18, 2016 in the amount of $101,342.49, confirming and reauthorizing a payment to said provider in the amount of $28,112.68.
To adopt.
Seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0150, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1600077 with Youth Opportunities Unlimited for the Temporary Assistance to Needy Families Summer Youth Employment Program for the period May 1, 2016 through August 31, 2016, to extend the time period to June 30, 2017, to change the scope of services effective September 1, 2016, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $748,520.
Move to adopt.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
And Mr. Chairman, this resolution will help provide the summer job opportunity expansion to fall, and also provide opportunities for potential permanent job opportunities. So I ask for my colleagues' support.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2016-0151, confirming the county executive's appointment of various individuals to serve on the Cuyahoga County Audit Committee for an unexpired term ending December 31, 2020.
Let's go to Human Resources.
Resolution number 2016-0152, confirming the county executive's appointment of Jennifer Crossman to serve on the Child Abuse and Child Neglect Regional Prevention Council of the Ohio Children's Trust Fund, representing the Great Lakes region, for an unexpired term ending December 31, 2018.
So we'll also go to HR.
Resolution number 2016-0153, confirming the county executive's appointment and reappointment of various individuals to serve on the Cleveland Cuyahoga County Workforce Development Board for an unexpired term ending June 30, 2019.
HR.
Resolution number 2016-0154, confirming the county executive's appointment and reappointment of various individuals to serve on the Cuyahoga Regional HIV Health Services Planning Council for an unexpired term ending June 30, 2018.
HR.
Resolution number 2016-0155, accepting the rates as determined by the Budget Commission, authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county fiscal officer.
Finance.
Resolution number 2016-0156, authorizing a utility agreement with City of Olmsted Falls for installation and maintenance of a joint sanitary sewer, operation, maintenance, and repair of pump stations and wastewater treatment plants, and maintenance and repair of storm and sanitary sewers located in County Sewer District number 14.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0157, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1400100 with HDR Engineering Incorporated for design services for rehabilitation of North Main Street Bridge number 00.12 over Chagrin River in the village of Chagrin Falls, to change the scope of services effective September 13, 2016, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $644,290.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0158, authorizing an Economic Development Fund Business Growth and Attraction Loan in the amount not to exceed $2 million to 105th Cedar Partners for the benefit of a project located at East 105th Street and Cedar Avenue, Cleveland.
Economic Development.
Resolution number 2016-0159, authorizing an Economic Development Fund loan in the amount not to exceed $2 million to Jumpstart Incorporated for administration of the Accelerated Growth Program.
Economic Development.
Resolution number 2016-0160, authorizing amendments to various revenue-generating agreements with Educational Service Center of Cuyahoga County for lease of space at various Cuyahoga County Board of Developmental Disabilities Centers for operation of Help Me Grow programs for the period September 15, 2013 through September 14, 2016, to extend the time period to September 14, 2018, and for additional funds, each in the amount not to exceed $2.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2016-0161, making an award on requisition number 36875 to AmeriCab Transportation Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $8 million for Medicaid non-emergency transportation services for the period September 1, 2016 through August 31, 2018.
Health and Human Services.
Resolution number 2016-0162, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1600-024 with Northwoods Consulting Partners Incorporated for software licensing, maintenance, and support on the Office of Child Support Services electronic document management system for the period January 1, 2016 through December 31, 2016, to extend the time period to June 30, 2019, to change the scope of services effective July 1, 2016, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,397,645.
Be referred to Finance.
Resolution number 2016-0163, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1500-128 with Catholic Charities Corporation for various services for Ohio Works First and disability financial assistance recipients with barriers to employment for the period July 1, 2015 through June 30, 2016, to extend the time period to June 30, 2017, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $977,321.
Health and Human Services.
Resolution number 2016-0164, authorizing a contract with the Salvation Army in the amount not to exceed $527,499 for the past transitional housing program in connection with fiscal year 2015 Continuum of Care, Homeless Assistance Grant Programs, and Hearth Act for the period October 1, 2016 through September 30, 2017.
This will also be referred to Health and Human Services.
Resolution number 2016-0165, making awards on requisition number 36156 to various providers for various programs and services for youth in connection with the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act for the period July 1, 2016 through June 30, 2017.
And this will be referred to Education.
Resolution number 2016-0166, making awards on requisition number 36158 to various providers for various services in connection with the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act for the period July 1, 2016 through June 30, 2017.
This will also be referred to the Education Committee.
Resolution number 2016-0167, making a revenue-generating award on requisition number 32983 to Securus Technologies Incorporated in the estimated amount of $12 million for inmate communication and financial management systems for the period October 1, 2016 through September 30, 2024.
Referred to Public Safety.
Resolution number 2016-0168, authorizing a contract with Ohio Guidestone in the amount not to exceed $1,153,828.80 for community-based treatment center services for the period July 1, 2016 through June 30, 2017.
Public Safety. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. I need a motion to suspend the rules.
Suspend the rules.
Second.
And seconded, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The rules have been suspended.
Resolution number 2016-0143, authorizing an agreement with the Metro Health System in the amount not to exceed $1,990,692.20 for healthcare and management services for youth residing at the County Detention Center for the period May 1, 2016 through December 31, 2017.
Move to adopt.
Second. Any discussion?
As Mr. President, it's pretty self-explanatory. Those are the costs that we provide Metro for the services that they provide over at the Juvenile Justice Jail.
All righty, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2016-0144, authorizing a contract with Emerald Development and Economic Network Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $971,262 for administration of the fiscal year 2015 Shelter Plus Care sponsor-based rental assistance program in connection with the Hearth Act Homeless Assistance Grant Program for the period September 1, 2016 through August 31, 2017.
So moved. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of a resolution for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2016-0136, approving right-of-way plans as set forth in plat number M5026 for replacement of Columbus Road Bridge number 01.09 over Bear Creek in the city of Bedford, authorizing the county executive through the Department of Public Works to acquire said necessary rights-of-way.
Move to adopt.
Any discussion?
This was heard in committee, and it's pretty obvious. To replace the bridge, you need some right-of-way space, so this authorizes that. So we move for approval.
In favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. Any miscellaneous committee reports?
Committee will meet Monday, the 19th at 1 p.m. to review the second quarter financial results and items referred to committee.
Mr. President, my colleagues, the Council Operations and Intergovernmental Relations Committee will meet at its regular time slot on Tuesday, September 20th at 3 p.m. And we'll hear the semi-annual report from Inspector General Mark Griffin and also hear an update from our lobby representatives who represent us in Columbus, Rob Zimmerman and Rachel Winder. Thank you.
Public Works will meet at our regular scheduled time, 10 o'clock on the 21st.
Safety, Tuesday, 1 o'clock.
Economic Development will meet on the 19th at 3 o'clock.
Human Resources Employment and Equity is on the 20th of September and Tuesday at 10 a.m. But I wanted to bring sorry about that, Jane. Bring the attention to the adding the special meeting. It says it's scheduled for Thursday, December 28th. Well, the 28th is a Wednesday, so I just wanted to make sure there was a typo, which day of the week it's on. So if we could check that. Yeah. But the notice, the legislation says Thursday, December 28th, so I'm just verifying, is it actually going to be on the Wednesday or the Thursday?
See how that reads.
Thank you,
It's on
Councilwoman.
Thursday,
It is
right?
Wednesday.
It is Wednesday?
It is Wednesday, the 28th.
Thank you, Councilman. We stand corrected months in advance.
Getting it on my
That's good. Anybody else?
The Health, Human Services, and Aging Committee will meet Wednesday, September 21st to deal with the items referred today. And we will also have a presentation presented by President Wingspan, Adam Jacobs of Wingspan Care Group. He will discuss the changes to behavioral health Medicaid and its implications.
County Councilwoman Simon's absence, the Education and Environment Sustainability meeting will be held on Wednesday, September 21st at 3 o'clock for the items referred to on the agenda today.
All right, thank you. Any miscellaneous business? Councilman?
Mr. President, I'd like to extend an invitation to my colleagues and to anyone who's interested in attending on this Thursday, the 15th at 7 p.m. the Rock River Library. I'm hosting a town hall meeting with the auditor of state. Dave Yost will be in attendance to discuss the functions of his office, and I encourage my colleagues to attend. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Hearing none. Public comment unrelated to the agenda.
Yes, Mr. President, we do have some. The first speaker is Joanne Gerhardt.
Good afternoon, Chairman Budish and council members. As a tax-paying resident of Cuyahoga County, I see the county shouldering a heavy burden of health care as the Cleveland Clinic moves out to Lorain County and Lake County while enjoying nonprofit status and paying zero property tax. A significant percentage of indigent care is borne by Metro Hospital in Cuyahoga County. I think we all realize that. The Cleveland Clinic's business decision to leave Lakewood City and inner suburbs puts an additional financial burden on Cuyahoga County taxpayers. For example, Lakewood Hospital provided $7 million in indigent care every year. Will the new hospital in Avon fill that void? I don't think so. Cuyahoga County via Metro Hospital will fill that void at the expense of our taxpayers. Cleveland Clinic colluded with elected officials to breach a lease agreement and close Lakewood Hospital. This deal was drawn up by and for the financial benefit of the Cleveland Clinic alone. The health and welfare of the residents of Cuyahoga County obviously were not considered when a hospital is closed in a tightly packed city of 52,000 people. Nobody wants to intervene on the business decisions made by a private corporation, but if their actions impinge negatively on taxpayers in Cuyahoga County, is it not remiss to address their decision in this regard? In Lakewood, there is a referendum on the ballot in November to reject the ordinance that allowed the Cleveland Clinic to close Lakewood Hospital. This will allow us to pursue a genuine open bidding process for new parties to operate our hospital in Lakewood. Your endorsement of this effort is one way to bring health care and relief to your taxpayers. Avoiding this issue will not make it go away. The vacuum created by its exit to Lorain and Lake County will almost certainly be filled by taxpayers. We would like your endorsement on this. Vote against issue 64 in Lakewood. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next.
The next speaker is Mr. Puri.
Welcome, Mr. Perry.
Okay. Good evening,
Good evening.
County Executive Budish, Council President, Vice President, and Council members. Mayor Jackson is throwing RTA riders under the bus by not opening Superior Avenue and not paying public square costs. The renovated public square, also known as Jimmy DeMora Public Square, is mired in corruption. The main objective of the renovation is to raise property values of the rich and powerful downtown, while the rest of us get shortchanged. With billions invested downtown, the poverty rate climbed from 31 to 37%, so none of the prosperity is trickling down. The renovated square is a bogus project built with cheap materials and mostly paved over. There was nothing wrong with the historic public square that a little rehabilitation could not fix. The renovated square reflects the flawed vision of Mayor Jackson, who in a 2011 interview said, "I want to see one big square." According to the traffic consultant's report of 2012, the mayor's vision was not workable, and his honor, instead of one big square, had to settle for two rectangles, as in the present configuration, little knowing that the revised vision was also not workable. So both visions came with a heavy penalty on the crash-strapped RTA. Permanent closures of Ontario Street is estimated to cost the RTA $1 million annually in additional operating costs. If Mayor Jackson decides to close Superior Avenue permanently, it'll cost the RTA $1.6 million annually. For every day Superior Avenue is remaining closed since June 30th, it is costing the RTA an estimated $4,400 daily. Full closure of Superior and Ontario during the 16-month construction period is estimated to have cost the RTA $3.5 million. Mayor Jackson did not respond to an email of August 14th urging His Honor to open Superior Avenue to RTA bus traffic and reimburse the RTA. RTA riders, as we all know, are the county's poor, working class, seniors, disabled, and students will pay dearly with reduced services and increased fares to subsidize the renovated public square for the benefit of the rich and powerful. County Executive Budish and the council should urge Mayor Jackson to open Superior Avenue immediately and reimburse the RTA. Mayor Jackson, open Superior Avenue. Mayor Jackson throwing RTA riders under the bus by not paying public square costs. Construction $3.5 million. Closure of Ontario $1 million per year. Closure of Superior $1.6 million per year. Welcome Jimmy DeMora Public Square, mired in corruption. Read all about it in last Sunday's Plain Dealer. I have a document for the record, and thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much.
The next speaker is Vera Brewer.
Good evening, everyone. In respect for time, if I can I ask the clerk to read this letter that I already previously wrote?
Ma'am, if you just submit it to the council.
I did once. I submitted it to the council before I did in writing. I mailed it, U.S. mail. I did a certification, so I had a green card sent back to me that it was sent to you.
Okay.
But I can read it to you again.
We'll make sure it was.
Okay, because I didn't get an answer, and this concerned a young man, a youth.
Well, you have a couple of minutes.
Okay, on the 2nd, there was a staff meeting at Jane and the Hunter concerning the placement of a young man. This young man at 15 entered the back door of Jane and the Hunter, and on his second visit, he said to them, "I have been abused, and if you don't let me stay, you have to put me in jail." The first assigned Sharon Spigler, the caseworker, made that decision to guarantee that he goes to jail. Several times in his life, he had been to jail, and I have advocated for him to return back to society. I say today, he's now inside this facility, Mohican Youth Academy. He was placed there by a judge order. Right here, I brought the judge order. And it says, the child is to be in the custody of the county, because he's 17 now. He was 15 then. He's in to be the county custody, but he's there for treatment care. If you look at the Mohican Academy, it's for sex offenders and violent juvenile criminal offenders. He's there right now, and every day asks this question: why he can't have his meds? He didn't have these meds since he was in probably the 6th grade. I ordered and I asked, and I was given the rights to have him have a court-ordered psychiatric examination, which can prove to me and everybody else, if you read it, that he needs his meds, he needs treatment. He needs treatment for being abused. He lived in the street for 10 years and survived. He got tired one night, and he came into a facility where he respected as the place I'm supposed to be if I need help. The help he got was not the help that I thought he would get neither. He said to me, he said, "Ma, I did wrong, didn't I?" I said, "What you mean you did wrong?" "I shouldn't have never did it." I said, "Did what?" "I shouldn't have asked for help." I had to say yes. You did wrong. 2 weeks ago, he asked me, because I go to Mohican. That's a 2-hour drive into the mountains. But I make that drive every Sunday. You know why? The county has made a decision that Vera Brewer is the only person that can visit him and get 1 5-minute telephone conversation once a week, supervised with someone standing beside him. Please read my letter, Mr. Jones. I'm your neighbor. I know you remember me. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your time, ma'am. Next.
Tara Papard.
Oh, she looks like somebody else I know.
Before I begin what I had prepared, I do want to make a general comment about the healthcare overall in our county. I have family in Euclid. I live in Lakewood. And when I learned that Euclid Hospital was moving rehab, their grand rehab, to Beechwood, I thought, uh-oh, something is wrong here. And a blind eye cannot be turned to that. I believe it was Councilman Polensek, one of the Cleveland councilmen, that spoke up and said, hold on a minute. I did reach out to Mayor Holzheimer Gale, and I said, keep an eye on rezoning that beautiful Euclid Hospital property, because it's gorgeous. And any developer would love to move in and build a big high-rise and make one person profit. Meanwhile, the whole entire city of Euclid is harmed by this very, in my opinion, greedy move. Now, I'm here to speak to you about Lakewood, but I do want you to keep in mind that Euclid-Lakewood, there are strong similarities, and this cannot be ignored. Please do not turn a blind eye to the recent developments in our Lakewood taxpayer lawsuit. $50,000 in public funds were used to send false advertisements about issue 64, which ensured our hospital would close. This is not right, and I implore you to take action in our efforts to save the hospital and to save the charitable Lakewood Hospital Foundation. Lakewood is a city of over 50,000 and one of the most densely populated cities between New York and Chicago. There are many underprivileged in our city who benefited from the Lakewood Hospital Foundation. Now that money is being repurposed to Avon, Brunswick, and other cities, not Lakewood, not Cleveland, but outer ring suburbs. Your county constituents have been adversely affected by this loss,